Welcome to Bearcat Update. I'm Alex Sanchez.
And I'm Jenny James.
Happy Homecoming Week, Bearcats!
I'm super excited for all the festivities this week.
Me too. You know what else is going on? The tennis team is finishing up their fall season. After a successful performance at the ITA Regionals in Oklahoma City, sophomore Franco Oliva will be heading down to Nationals in Georgia this Thursday. Reporter Nolan Brooks got more information about the performance. Nolan?
Men's tennis player Franco Oliva was named the ITA Central Region Singles Champion on September 30th. I caught up with Oliva and head coach Mark Roswell as they now look forward to the national tournament later on in the fall.
Yeah, now I'm going a lot of more time to the training to feel with my physically perfect and without painful, without perfect. Now I'm going to practice 2-3 times a day, most that I can, to be ready, because it's gonna be national. It's gonna be like I play finals and a little bit better. So it's gonna be a good tournament at least.
Even with the national tournament approaching, Roswell was impressed with how much Oliva stepped up at the ITAs to earn his spot in nationals.
You know, he was unseeded, and I don't think I've ever seen that from Northwest or anybody else that come up and end up winning the tournament, because they seed 16 people. So he was far below that and really had been playing number 5 for us for this fall. So it was incredible.
As Oliva prepares for the big stage, it is important to find good motivation, and he tells us he has just the right source for it.
For the ITA, all my teammates motivate me a lot, because I saw in the final that I saw painful and cramped my leg. I saw all my teammates outside screaming and push me forward to keep fighting and never give up. So first of all, my motivation are my teammates.
With the ITA National Tournament set to take place on November 7th, Oliva looks to claim the ultimate crown of national champion. For Bearcat Update, I'm Nolan Brooks.
Thanks, Nolan. The 16th ranked football team traveled down to Pittsburgh, Kansas this past weekend to take on the undefeated 8th ranked Pitt State.
This rivalry game is always a challenge, especially in the jungle, but this year was a different story. Here are the highlights. To start things off in the first quarter, Isaiah Strayhorn runs the ball in for the first of many touchdowns for the Bearcats. Then Strayhorn again gets the ball moving with a 67-yard run to get the Cats moving down the field. To finish out the first quarter, special teams Zach Pierce blocked a punt return, giving the Cats the extra push to go into the second quarter. Wright had a beautiful pass to Cody Massey to put the Cats 3 yards out. With that perfect setup, Chase White was able to run the ball in, putting the Cats up 14-0. To finish the half, Alec Tatum was able to rush for 23 yards, bringing the score to 28-0 at the break. The second half saw the Bearcats finishing with just a field goal to bring the score to 31-7, but not without many attempts to get into guerrilla territory. The Cats rumbled the jungle, defeating the Gorillas 31-7.
After knocking down the conference leaders, Northwest sits right atop the MIAA standings, right alongside Pitt State. Northwest will be taking on the 4-2 Nebraska Lopers this homecoming weekend.
We are going to take a quick break, but stick around. We have a special guest up next. You're watching Bearcat Update on KNWT Channel 8. Welcome back to Bearcat Update. At the beginning of their season, we didn't know what to expect from freshman quarterback Braden Wright.
In Week 6, Wright is leading this offense with touchdown after touchdown.
Today on Bearcat Boulevard, we are joined by Wright. Braden, thanks so much for joining us today.
Thanks for having me.
Going off of Saturday's game, how important and crucial was that win?
I mean, it's always, anytime you win a college football game, that's kind of a good thing, no matter how you play, as long as you win. That's the most important part. But just going into like a big rivalry game like that, where we obviously know that they're a great team, and it just feels good for like the confidence of the entire team when you can stop them for the most part, their offense, and we moved the ball well the first half. So that's always a good thing for both sides of the ball.
And what did you see improved from your offense this week?
Well, we did move the ball consistently in the first half, which was nice to see. The second half we kind of slowed down a little bit, but thankfully we had enough of a cushion going into the second half, and then the defense obviously shut them down for the most part. So I mean, we just need to keep that consistency. So I mean, it improved a little bit, but it's just got to be better if we want to get to where we want to be.
So you're a freshman leading this team. You know, the quarterback scene is the commander of the offense. So how are you handling like some of that pressure?
I mean, I've played quarterback my whole life, so it's just playing football for me still. It definitely is. There's growing pains, obviously. Just learning how to take command of the offense more, trying to be more of a vocal leader on the entire team, but it's going smoothly so far. Everyone else is helping me out a ton, so it's not just on me. It's everyone else is helping me along the way.
And what do you think needs to be improved from the offense?
Just our consistency, like I said. We have a ton of playmakers. We have a great offensive line. I get protection all day, and we have huge running lanes. So it's just got to be continuing to execute as well as we can throughout the entire game, and not just have those spurts where we're really good and then those times when we're really bad.
Kearney is next, one of those teams where you're not really sure like what to expect from them, obviously kind of like UCO. So what are you like looking forward to with Kearney?
I mean, I've got a couple buddies that play on the team, so I'm looking forward to that for sure. But, you know, they're a team that's making a lot of improvements. They're going to be a good team coming up in the future. So it's going to be exciting. It's going to be a fun challenge where they want to beat us, obviously. We want to beat them. It's our homecoming. They'd love to, I'm sure, spoil that a little bit. But yeah, it'll be a fun game to play in. It'll be a competitive game. I'm sure there'll be a huge crowd. Like there always
it's going to be homecoming.
It's going
to be homecoming. What do you expect from that?
It'll be fun. I mean, it's just the crowd, especially. Everyone will be into it. There'll be a lot more going on than just the football game, so more people will be drawn to the weekend. It'll be a fun thing overall, and I'm excited to get back out there on Saturday.
So you're from Omaha. How nice is it being not too far from home?
It is nice. I mean, it's like a 2-hour drive home, so I mean, my family can come to all the games. They can come down and see me whenever I want. I mean, when we're in the off season, I can go home and see them. So it's nice to be like that good distance away where I'm not getting like pressed by my family all the time, obviously. But yeah, it's good to be able to see them kind of whenever I want.
And do you get a lot of support from them, your family?
Oh yeah, I do. I mean, growing up, my dad was my coach for football.
That's awesome.
My mom obviously loves it. She gets a little worried when I get tackled, but yeah, they show support constantly. It's great to have them around at all the games.
How was it having your dad as a coach?
Oh, when I was a little kid, I was not very athletic yet, so he had high expectations of me, obviously, so he was hard on me in football, but you know, it made me learn a lot. It just taught me how to work hard, and then I was just trying to impress him as a little kid, made me fall in love with football, and then here I am today.
Is that how it is now? You're just trying to impress him still?
I mean, he likes to think that, I'm sure.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I play for a lot more than just that, obviously. But yeah, making him, making my mom proud, making my family proud, that's a big deal of it, or a big deal in it. But I mean, you play football for a lot more than just that.
Mm-hmm.
What'd you say is your main goal for the rest of this season?
I mean, just each week we got to keep getting better and better. I feel like we're taking strides in the right direction. We're practicing a lot better. The offense is starting to click. The defense is really showing why they're always like a highly touted defense. People don't want to, or like can't run the ball against them very efficiently. So, I mean, as long as we just keep improving every day, I think by the time the end of the season comes around, we'll be where we want to be at.
And you personally, what do you think you need to improve on?
I make a lot of those freshman mistakes, I guess you could call them. I make a ton of mental errors still, but yeah, I mean, it's going to come with time, I'm assuming. I'm working hard, trying to eliminate turning the ball over. I've had a problem with that, but yeah, so as long as I can take care of the ball specifically, our offense can overall, we'll be good.
That's all the time we have for Bearcat Boulevard. Braden, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you, thank you.
We are going to take a quick break, but stick around. We've got more to come on Bearcat Update on KNWT Channel 8. Welcome back to Bearcat Update. The volleyball team played some challenging matches this last week.
Friday, they took on the 19th nationally ranked Central Oklahoma. Let's take a look. The girls started off slow with several errors in the first 2 sets. They dropped the first 2 sets, but then bounced back in set 3. They hit over 300 with only 2 errors, and Sydney taking charge in that set. The Bearcats bring the momentum with them over the 4th set, taking the game 2-2. Battling back and forth in the 5th set, the Broncos came out on top.
This was Hallie Sydney's second match with over 20 points. She was on fire this set, managing to record a double-double with 24 kills and 18 digs.
Maddie Bruder wasn't too far behind with 18 kills and 17 digs. Sophia Schleppenbach had a team-high 7 blocks, and Olivia Nowakowski also had a team-high 22 digs.
The girls quickly turned around, playing Pittsburgh State on Saturday. Keeping the sets close, the Bearcats still managed to pull out the win, sweeping the Gorillas.
The Cats sit at 4th in the MIAA with their 15-5 record, right behind Central Oklahoma.
After playing several matches at home these last couple of weeks, the Bearcats will be heading on the road this weekend. Friday playing Emporia State and Saturday traveling over to the 9th nationally ranked Washburn Ichabods.
There's a lot going on this week. Let's take a look at our top picks. The tennis fall season is quickly coming to a close, but not without Franco Oliva heading down to nationals first. My pick has to be the ITA Cup. It's been a couple years since we had a player go down there, and I'm excited to see him play.
The volleyball team is eyeing the top of the conference with Washburn undefeated. My pick has to be the Northwest Washburn game on Saturday after playing a close game with Central Oklahoma last week. I'm looking forward to what the girls can do this weekend.
Thanks for tuning in to this week's episode of Bearcat Update. You can follow us on Twitter at BearcatUpdate_8.
Or watch all of our previous episodes on YouTube at KNWT 8. Thanks for watching and have a great night.
Hey, thanks for watching this episode of Bearcat Update.
You can catch last week's episode here or all of our previous episodes down here.
And click here to see a live stream of a whale birth.
What?